Close your eyes, go to sleep. Oh, a few people were singing it. Really, this song was so beautiful if we all sing it. Everybody give us a little bit. Here we go. When the night is dark and deep, close your eyes, go to sleep. Nice. So this is a story about a fairy over in Ireland. And this particular fairy was a fairy that was actually part of the second group. She sometimes had a lot of trouble getting to sleep at night. She found things that would keep her awake. And so on those nights when she had a really, really hard time getting to sleep, the fairy had done something to help her. She had come up with a song that she had made up that she would sing to herself, and it would help her drift off. And you all know the song because the song went, when the night is dark and deep, close your eyes, go to sleep. And she would drift off to sleep. Now one night that fairy jumped into bed, and she had a blanket that was made of moss, so she pulled that mossy blanket right up to her chin, and then she put her head on her pillow. She had a big soft mossy pillow, and the fairy had closed her eyes, and she was having trouble getting to sleep. So the fairy sang that song to help her get to sleep. When the night is dark and deep, close your eyes, go to sleep. And the fairy lay in her bed, and she heard some sounds outside. It's actually kind of appropriate sounds for today, as you will see, because the first thing the fairy heard were the breezes blowing. Everybody rub your hands together like this and hear the breezes. It sounds like the breeze is blowing. Hear that with everybody doing it? And then the fairy heard rain falling. Everybody tap your fingers together, just your fingertips. Just your fingertips. And it sounds like raindrops. And the fairy was laying in bed, and all that sound of the breezes blowing and the raindrops falling, it was so noisy that the fairy couldn't get to sleep. So the fairy sat up in her bed, and the fairy said, too much noise! Everybody say that with me. Go. Well, her father, the king of the fairies, he was used to this, because this kind of thing happened pretty much every night. So the king of the fairies came marching into the room, boom, 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 and he stood over her bed, and he said something that, I wonder if any of the teachers here have ever said. He looked down at her and he said, what's the matter now?
And then she said, well, Daddy, I'm trying to go to sleep because that's what you do at bedtime, right? You go to sleep, right?
Yes.
Right, and I'm trying to go to sleep because it's bedtime, right?
Yes.
Sleep, bedtime,
Yes.
they go together, right?
Yes.
Hey!
Yes.
Well, anyway, I'm trying to go to sleep, and guess what? I can't because I hear this. And I hear this.
Yes.
Right, yeah, thank you. You're making it sound just like, right, exactly. Well, anyway, I hear all this stuff, and I just don't think I can sleep tonight, Daddy.
Now, remember, the king of the fairies, he was used to this because this happened just about every night. So the king of the fairies, he had come up with a little plan. He said, I think I have an idea for you. Why don't you go outside and bring an ant into bed with you?
An aunt? Do you mean Aunt Dolores or Aunt Mary?
No, an ant.
They're my aunts. Which one?
No! An ant with 6 legs and Linda.
That's a terrible thing to say. Aunt Dolores uses a cane, but that would only make 3 legs, Daddy. And Mary wears glasses. That's a... Oh, wait a minute. Do you mean an insect?
Yes, a bug.
A bug! Why didn't you say so? Okay! So she went outside, and she found an ant. She put out her hand, and the ant put its leg in her hand, so they walked hand in leg in hand all the way back into her room. She gave it an extra... She put him in a little guest bed.